Konnichiwa, watashi wa Guru Desuku desu. And before we get into the video, I just want to let you guys know that it is my stepdad's birthday today, so if you guys could go down in the comments, wish him a happy birthday so then I can kind of screenshot him and just send him something nice on his birthday. But anyway, today we're going to be playing a game that I have played on the channel before, but it was a little while ago when I did it, and that is SAS Zombie Assault 3. Now, if you've never played this game before, well, you're missing out. Really, all of these Zombie Assault games are great. The fourth one is the most recent one. I've been waiting for the fifth one for years, yet it isn't happening. But anyways, the gameplay is going to be like the main focus of the video per se, because I'm just going to be doing the thing that I usually do where, you know, we're playing the game, but I also got other stuff that I'm just kind of yapping about as we go. Are y'all able to hear the game right now? I've been, like, trying to figure out, like, the audio just isn't coming through. Okay, now the audio is working, I guess. I hate how my PC does that. Every time that I plug in, like, headphones or speakers or anything, it comes up with, like, this prompt box, and I have to specifically... Ooh, got gun. Press space to equip... It lied to me. It said that I had an MP5. Where's the MP5? The gameplay is so satisfying. I also apologize if you guys are able to hear all the clicking and clacking in the background. Letter A, my mouse is really loud, but letter B, this game makes you spam your mouse a lot if you have a semi-auto weapon like this because the zombies take a few shots to get down. Oh, there we go. Now I got the MP5. I have no idea why I couldn't see it in the menu before. Okay, I actually got a few weapons on me. We got the MP5, got a Scorpion. But anyway, you may be wondering why the title of the video was It's Finally Happening, and what's finally happening is there is an AC guy coming to check out our stuff today, because for those that have been watching the channel for any amount of time, you would know that my room gets insanely hot. Like, for example, if it's 50 degrees outside, my room's gonna be about 70 degrees, probably more. Like, basically take whatever the temp is outside and then add anywhere from 10 to 20 degrees depending on the humidity and the heat outside. The peculiar thing is that my room hasn't always had these issues. Like, when we first moved here, it was... You know, like, sure, it still got a little toasty sometimes, but it seems like just, like, gradually, as time has gone on, the problem has gotten worse and worse to a point of where now, like, even if it's only, like, 70 degrees outside, 70% humidity, my room will start to feel a little, like, I can't really survive in here without a fan on. That's why I have fans on all the time, and this morning especially, like, for example, it was only 50 degrees outside, but the humidity was up to almost 100%. It was at, like, 97%, so I've had to have my fans on just blowing at me all morning, because even though the temperature outside isn't that bad, and even in the rest of my house it isn't that bad, right? Because there is a very clear difference between when you're standing in my room and when you're standing in even just the hallway outside of my room. Like, you can literally just feel the difference walking one step inside of my room and then going one step into the hallway. It's insane. So I'm not sure what the exact issue is, but I'm hoping that the AC people can either fix it today or give us like an ETA on when they think they'll be able to fix it, because I just want to be able to survive in my own room. I kid you not, and this is not an exaggeration, that I have suffered heat exhaustion in my own room at least, I want to say at least 7 times in the last 3 months. I'm not even talking about basic getting overheated, you know, where you're like kind of sweating and you just feel a little weird. No, I'm talking full on nausea, hovering over the toilet, feeling like I'm about to throw up, dizzy, can't stand on 2 feet, need to lay down, and it hurt, like it affects my body so much that I feel the lingering effects of heat exhaustion for days after it happens. Oh man, we got the zombie boss there, big old butcher dude. But you know what I always say? Easy boss, easy get. Ew, it's got those little, like, worm things. Get away from me. Oh, dang, there was actually, like, 2 of these zombie boss guys. Hold up. Forget what I said. Apparently, there's a 3rd one now. How many of these guys are there? I'm pretty sure this is the final wave, so as long as we can defeat these guys, which, you know, we totally can, then we should be done with this level, which is pretty cool. I just don't understand how it got so bad in my room specifically. Like, I even installed like a external ventilation fan thing, whatever you want to call it, where it's supposed to do a better job of like telling the receiver, like the air receiver doohickey, like, hey, this room is a freaking hellhole, can you please pump some more air in here? But it's literally so messed up that even though I have it on the cold setting to where it should be, you know, bringing in cold air and flushing out the humid air, it was literally blowing even warmer air into my room the other night. Like, that is not what it should be doing. I don't even need my room to necessarily be as cool as every other room in the house. Like, I don't even care about all that, man. I just want it to be at least somewhat livable. Like, I'm looking to move here somewhat soon, so it is what it is. I'm still not sure where I'm gonna move to. I'm kind of looking across the states right now as to, like, what state has decent weather, because I don't know if I want to go all the way back up north to where it gets really cold in the winter, but the summers are at least livable, or if I want to stay closer to the south where the warmers are somewhat winter, or wait, that English was not even English. Hold on, I think I said the warmers even whatever I said, where the winters are a bit warmer, but then the summers are a bit, like, I don't know, because right now I'm in Florida. Florida sucks, it's way too hot, I'm done with the humidity, done with the heat, done with the people, done with the crackheads down at my local Wawa. Realistically, I want to move to Japan, but I don't, you know, want want to abandon my family at the same time, because I do have younger siblings, and I still have my mom, which, you know, it's kind of like this funny complex where even though she's my mom, and usually it's the other way around where, like, mothers can't let go and they always feel a sense of responsibility for their kids. In a weird way, I've always felt a sense of responsibility for my mom just because of the unique relationship we've had where, you know, we've just dealt with a lot of shitty stuff in our lives together, to put it lightly. But at the same time, all my siblings are getting older now, and, you know, even though, like, my youngest sibling, for example, isn't even old enough to go to school yet, so I'm still on older brother duty for a good couple years yet. I mean, I'll always be on big brother duty, of course. You know, I love my younger siblings, I'll always be there for them, but at the same time, there is kind of a difference between being big brother for, you know, when they're, like, wee little kids, and then when they're actually, like, adults and can, you know, like, fully take care of themselves. I don't care what happens, though. I don't care if we're all, you know, like it is now, or, like, I'm in my 20s and my younger siblings are still in their, you know, wee little years, or if we're even older and, you know, by the time that I'm in my 50s and they'd be in, like, their 30s. I don't care. If anybody's messing with my siblings, I'd still go kick ass. At the very least, I do at least want to go visit Japan at some point. I also want to visit, South Korea, because I'm also, you know, like, I'm half South Korean. But who knows? Maybe at the, you know, the latter half of my life, when I'm getting into the old man G years, you know, where I can barely get around with it without a cane and all that. Maybe at that point I'll live out my days in Japan, because at that point I'll be like, alright, you know what, I've done what I need to in my life. I stuck around for as long as I could, but then, you know, just at that point, like, alright, I'll do something for myself before my time goes out. Because that's how I want to go out, man. I want to go out in Japan among the cherry blossom trees. But anyways, yeah, I have no idea where I'm going to move to yet. You know, there's been conversations amongst my family of, like, you know, possibly a move happening at some point. I do want to also be close to them, but at the same time, you know, I'm also, it's a very conflicting feeling where I want to be there for my family, but I also want to do what I want to do with my life, so I don't know, still gotta kind of figure things out, still gotta think things out, and hey, maybe I could have a best of both worlds situation, where maybe if one day, for some reason, I become like, really financially well off for some reason, maybe I could get a home in Japan and also a home in America or something, you know what I mean? I mean, that's a bit far stretching and would be rather unnecessary, and I don't really know how viable that would be, but if for some reason I would win the lottery, then maybe. My only thing with that, though, is that I've never been on an airplane, and I despise airplanes because of watching Final Destination. That movie just turned me off from airplanes for life. So if I would get on an airplane once to go visit Japan, there's not a guarantee that I would actually come back. I'm also really excited because the Nintendo Museum is going to be opening up here soon, if it isn't already open already, and it's going to be in Japan, so I really want to visit that, man. That place looks so cool. They got, like, the absolutely massive video game controllers there, where you literally need like 2 people to use like an NES controller. And plus, I've been making a lot of Japanese friends, like really good friends, on that HelloTalk app that I'm always talking about. So it would be kind of cool to like meet up with some of them in real life at some point. Dude, did I really just die right at the end of the level? That is embarrassing. We were at the end of that. At the very least, I think it's one of those things where I'm probably going to look for a new place here. No, I'm definitely going to be looking for a new place here very soon, within the next year or 2 here in the US. And then at some point within the next few years, I would like to at least visit Japan and experience the place for myself. And then from there, then I'll make a decision of, okay, where do I want to live out my years at? And then I'd probably hold out here in the States for a little bit longer, just so I can really be there for my family for a while. And then once everybody gets to be a little bit older, then there's a high likelihood that I'd do my thing over there in Japan. But, you know, I'd still make sure, obviously, because it's not like it'd be like, oh, I go to Japan and I never come back. Like, of course I'd still want to come back to the States and see my family and just come back to the States in general, because there's a lot of reasons why I love America, too. It's not like I hate America. America, in my opinion, is one of the greatest countries in the world, despite all the issues that it has. But the positives of America definitely outweigh all the negatives. So, you know, it's just one of those things where I'd have to experiment and just, you know, just see where I'm at in life, you know what I mean? And all I can hope is that wherever I end up ending up at, that the AC situation is better than what I'm experiencing now. Speaking of which, what time is that? Dude, I kid you not, I was literally about to look at my wrist and be like, what time is it? Brother, it's literally just my wrist. I literally don't even own a watch. It's like 7:30 a.m. right now, though, so they're gonna be here in like 5-6 hours, something like. Ooh, the Og Para, man, this weapon is freaking awesome. That's another thing I've noticed since I've been learning more Japanese. Every time that I go to say certain words, my Japanese pronunciation is starting to take over. Like right there, we got the weapon called the Og Para or whatever, like P-A-R-A, but I said it Para because that's how it would be pronounced in Japanese. But anyway, lads, yeah, I think we're just gonna call it there for that video. And I've kind of done my yapping. I'm starting to feel a little toasty in here, so I want to get this video, you know, I want to get the video files transferred over to my computer, get the video edited, get it uploaded, and then go sit in front of my fans until the AC guy gets here and hope that, you know, I don't die of a heat shock before that. But anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video, where hopefully my AC will either be fixed, or maybe I'll at least just know of when it's going to be fixed, and then hopefully I won't be dying of a heat stroke on a daily basis. We can only hope. But anyway, as always, massive shout out, thank you to all the patrons and channel members. Thank you to all low ball tier, and shout out, thank you to the ball tier, the last king, Emmy Dad, Manny, and the biggest shout out to all G tier, run events on the cheese girl. Thank you guys so much, guys, for Little Legends. I love you. Have an amazing day, stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.